Welcome back, Bookworms. This is Mrs. K. I'm glad you could join me. In our story today, an elf named Snow wants nothing more than to be part of Santa's Christmas Eve present delivery team. Snow's hard work pays off and he becomes one of the delivery elves. But it also makes him so tired he goes to sleep. And when Christmas Eve comes around, Santa and the other elves try to wake him. Will Snow wake up for the magical present delivery expedition? Or will he somehow create his own magic? Let's enjoy the magic of reading as we read together Snow, the First White Christmas, written by E W Rhodes and illustrated by Katrin Budeeva, and see what magic Snow creates. Long ago, snow never fell on Christmas Day. In fact, snow never fell at all, not even at the North Pole. Yet there was snow at the North Pole, an elf named Snow.
Babbo, do you think Santa will pick us for his delivery team this year? Snow asked. I'm hoping so. Babbo's eyes twinkled. Last year was the 10th year for Suvi and Tasu. Santa chooses different elves every 10 years. Do you think he was serious when he said he couldn't count on me? Snow wanted to know. Don't worry, Snow, Babbo said. Santa is always fair, but you must remember that you're supposed to help make the toys and not play with them.
It was New Year's Day and the chattering elves began packing into the meeting room. This was the day that Santa assigned tasks for the upcoming year. Toy making for next Christmas would begin the following day. Snow somersaulted across the workroom floor, drawing cheers and laughter from his fellow elves. Just then, Santa entered the crowded room. Everyone fell silent.
Kapi, Lupu, Ruba, and Tasu will be our doll makers this year,
Santa said. Lupu skipped across the meeting room and said excitedly, Thank you, Santa. I love combing the doll's hair.
Gaka, Kuvo, Pivu, and Babo will be our train builders, Santa continued. And I'm counting on Fova, Maku, Suvi, and Wampo to take charge of the toy car and truck assembly. They'll need to be especially careful as we're rolling out some new models this year.
Beep, beep, Wampo tooted, rumbling through the crowd of elves.
All the good jobs are taken, Snow mumbled loudly. I wish I hadn't let Santa down last year.
Santa's eyes twinkled as he turned to Snow.
Don't worry, little guy. I have a special job for you. Nabu, Jabi, Noso, and Snow will be stitching teddy bears.
Snow blushed. Oh, Santa, teddy bears are my favorite. Shh. Santa raised his fingers to his lips.
There is one more job. After great thought,
Santa began. Then he cleared his throat, glanced around the room, and when his eyes met Snow's, he said,
Babo and Snow will be my delivery team this year.
Yay, I can't wait to slide down the chimneys,
Snow hooted, leaping as high as he could to the cheers of the other elves. When the room fell silent again, Santa looked at Snow and warned,
Remember, we need you to work hard this year. Christmas won't be Christmas for the children of the world if all you do is play.
I'll be the hardest working elf of all,
Snow promised.
I've always wanted to be on Santa's delivery team,
Snow sighed with relief.
We're the luckiest elves of all,
Babo agreed.
I'm a bit worried that we're too small to help the reindeer pull the wagon up the steep hills,
Snow said, rubbing his forehead.
We'll be fine, Snow. Babbo reassured him. We just need to work hard all year so that we can finish our other tasks early and have plenty of time to rest before Christmas Eve. Snow began sewing the first of the hundreds of teddy bears that he would bring to life this year. Christmas will be special for you, too, he whispered to each bear. You will have a new family with a boy or girl who will hug you and be your special friend. Snow worked nonstop for months, and by the middle of April, he finished stitching the last bear. Snow nodded goodbye to each teddy bear and then darted to the train assembly room. Can I help? Snow asked. Babbo pointed to a pile of wheels and said, Those need to be mounted. Snow popped the last wheel on the last train on the last day of July. Unable to convince Babbo to join him, Snow trotted to the doll-making room and asked, Who needs help? Having missed out on playtime this year, Snow picked up one of the dolls and started dancing. That's not helping, Lupu scolded Snow. Snow carefully set the doll down and sat in a chair at the work table. He carefully sketched happy faces on the dolls. He then painted and painted and painted until the last doll came to life with warm, tender eyes and a bright, happy smile. Snow then darted through the door and down the hall. I'm sure another elf needs help. As Christmas approached, Santa called Snow to his office and beamed.
I've never been prouder of an elf. You have worked so hard, Snow.
I only wish you had managed some fun time with the other elves, Mrs. Claus added as she joined them. You never even played during evening playtime.
And you didn't stop once to have cocoa and cookies with me,
Santa noted. I only wanted to prove that I could be a hard worker, Snow explained. You certainly proved that, Mrs. Claus agreed. You must be exhausted. It's time to get your sleep.
Remember, Snow, Santa reminded, we'll need all our strength to help the reindeer pull the wagon over the mountains.
Snow smiled. It's only December 15th, so I have plenty of time to rest. Good night, Mrs. Claus. Good night, Santa. Snow walked toward his room, passed through his door, and pulled on his night clothes. He climbed into his bed, snuggled in between his covers, and closed his eyes. Before he could fall asleep, however, he heard a noise from outside. Snow mumbled as he stumbled toward the window. Is Santa ready to leave? Peering out, Snow saw Gaka and Kuvo leading the reindeer on their evening walk. I must get some sleep, Snow thought as he returned to his bed. Snow again heard noises coming from outside. Jumping from his bed, he darted to the window and saw Lupu and Sasu feeding the reindeer their evening meal. I must get some sleep, Snow said to himself as he crawled back into his bed. With his eyes closed, he fell into a deep slumber. Christmas Eve arrived and Santa proudly looked at the wagon that was filled with presents for each and every child throughout the world.
It looks like we're ready to go,
Santa exclaimed.
Where is he? Where is Snow?
I don't know, Babbo shouted from his seat in the wagon. I haven't seen him all day.
Hurry, we must find him. We have no time to wait, said Santa as he frantically darted from the wagon in search of the little elf. Snow, where are you, Snow?
Isn't it time for the Christmas run? Jobby asked as he and Ruba saw Santa searching for Snow.
Yes, but I can't find Snow,
Santa hastily explained before hollering.
Snow, we need to leave. Snow, where are you?
Oh, no. He's sleeping, Ruba replied, and then he, Jobby, Lupu, and Santa dashed to the elf's house. Santa bolted through the bedroom door, bent over Snow's bed, grasped his shoulders, and bellowed, Snow! Snow! It's time to go! Wake up, Snow! We need to leave! Ruba chimed in, Wake up, Snow! Santa has to leave! It's Christmas Eve and the children of the world are waiting! But Snow wouldn't wake, so Santa patted him on the forehead and whispered,
"Sleep tight, my little friend. I must leave. There will be next Christmas."
"Oh." Santa dashed out of the house, through the crowd of cheering elves, and towards the wagon.
"Jump on,"
Santa shouted at Ruba.
"I will need your help."
Snow awoke to a loud uproar from outside. He darted to the window and saw the large crowd of elves cheering, and then he saw Santa jiggle the reindeer's reins and heard him bellow,
"Merry Christmas to all!"
The reindeer began prancing, pulling Santa, Babo, Ruba, and the wagon away. "Why is Santa leaving me behind?" Snow yelled, jumping down the stairs, through the door and into the crowd of elves. "Wait, Santa, please wait!" Snow cried, but Santa couldn't hear him, and the wagon disappeared from sight. Snow fell to the cold ground and sobbed. Many elves tried to comfort him, but to no avail. He sobbed so loudly that he could hear nothing. It became freezing, so the elves went inside and gathered around the fireplace. All except Snow, who lay on the cold ground for hours, sobbing and sobbing and sobbing. As Snow lay on the cold ground at the cold North Pole, a frigid chill ran through his entire body. His toes and his hands and his legs and his arms and every inch of his body began to shiver. Even his tears began to freeze. His frozen tears formed little white flakes, and the little white flakes began to cover the entire North Pole. And when he cried more, the wind blew the white powder and dropped it upon Montreal, Toronto, London, Rome, Moscow, Peking, Tokyo, Seattle, Denver, and even upon a quaint village in New Zealand. Before long, the entire world was covered with the beautiful flakes from Snow's eyes. Children everywhere cheered with joy. Everyone came outside to see the beautiful white powder. "What is it? What is it?" children asked as they watched the beautiful white crystals fall to the ground. "Santa, we're flying!" Babo exclaimed as Santa's wagon began to take flight and glide upon the airborne crystals. "We've never rolled so fast," Ruba chimed in as the reindeer soared through the sky. "This is so wonderful! What are these white flakes, Santa? What is it?" With a magical sense, Santa shouted with glee,
"It's snow! It's beautiful snow!"
Children everywhere picked up the chant, "It's snow! It's beautiful snow!" The loud chant carried throughout the world, all the way to the North Pole. Between sobs, Snow heard the rumblings from children throughout the world. "Who is making that noise?" Snow wondered. When Snow managed to open his eyes, all he could see was white. He wondered aloud as he burrowed through the depths of white fluff. "Have I cried so much that I can no longer see?" Rising to his feet, Snow shook the white powder from his clothes and raised his hand to his cheek. When he tried to dry his tears, however, he was unable to because his tears were little frozen white flakes. "Why do children cheer when I cry?" Snow asked, and he began to sob again. It was then that Snow saw the beautiful white crystals fall from his eyes, dance in the wind, and sprinkle all over the world. He then heard the children's words clearly. "It's snow! It's beautiful snow!" With that, Snow's cries turned to laughter, and he laughed and he laughed and he laughed. He laughed so hard, in fact, that he began to cry, and again the frozen white flakes poured from his eyes. Santa, Babo, Ruba, and the wagon returned home early that Christmas morning as the reindeer scooted over the snowflakes with lightning speed. Upon arrival at the North Pole, Santa again summoned Snow to his office.
"I'm sorry I couldn't wait for you,"
Santa apologized. "I didn't mean to cause such a fuss," Snow blushed.
Your fuss may be a blessing, however, Santa reasoned. The children loved your white powder, and because of you, reindeer can now fly.
So, Santa, do you want me to fuss? Snow timidly asked.
No, Santa exclaimed. Elves should be happy. I don't want you to cry, and those white flakes would add more work. We would have to design toys meant for snow, special shovels to clear pathways, reindeer wagons without wheels, and...
Snow again interrupted. But, Santa, I don't have to cry to make the white powder. When I laugh, the white crystals fall from my eyes too. But I'll never carry on like that if you don't want me to.
No one said you shouldn't carry on like that, Santa blurted out, feeling a bit confused.
Well, should I or shouldn't I? Snow questioned.
You should go to sleep.
Santa winked and then sipped his warm cocoa. Since that Christmas a couple of 100 years ago, reindeer have always glided across white crystals. Children have always sled, made snowmen, had snowball fights, and built snow forts, and Santa has always ridden in a sleigh. Never wonder if Snow the elf is upset when you see the beautiful white crystals fall from the sky. However, wintertime is always magical at the North Pole, and Santa steps outside with Snow every time he laughs. If you enjoyed this story, please check it out at your local library or buy a copy from your favorite bookstore.